What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, a.k.a. No Cap Podcast. Your boy Evan, your boy Brooks. We are in Las Vegas with Summer League action going on behind us. Brooks' first episode with us because Will couldn't make it out from New Jersey, so we have Brooks, my executive assistant here at Law for Sports Entertainment, taking over the reins as our co-host. So we just got done watching the Heat and Bucks, which we all know is about as interesting as it gets right now, especially after the news of Bam and Herro going into a little altercation here in Vegas. Even Shams reporting it. So from a Milwaukee native or a Wisconsin native yourself, give me a little perspective on what you're thinking on this altercation already. It hasn't even been a month now, and we're already having issues. We're in Summer League, and we're already having issues. We ain't even made it to the end of free agency.
Honestly, I think it might say more about the Heat and how they wanted to move on from Tyler Herro, because there might have been some issues underlying there.
I mean, really, your star player. I mean, the whole thing is not only are we talking about Summer League, it's not even like we're having real practice. We're just, one-on-ones, maybe some drills. And, we're hearing that you're in a hotel workout, and there's physical altercations going on. Like, hello, like, you were just teammates less than 3 months ago. And we're not even talking like, oh, yeah, Bam was the one who said, hey, you got to get him out. Like, we got to get – hey, Herro, yeah, he's gone. Like, now we're at the point where are we going with this with, do we have to watch, like, trades like this becoming, like, I guess I would say not the sense of personal, but, it's kind of getting a little personal out there. For what reason?
Like, in the NFL before, too.
Agreed.
And, I mean, there's always, like, some sort of, like, personal – underlying tone in business somehow, even though you always want to keep it out of it.
I agree.
But like, there's always going to be some sort of way someone is going to take something, and it's usually not going to be the same way someone else takes.
I agree, but and that's the other thing. It's not. We're talking about star power here too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like Joe Schmo and a role player that got traded. Right. We're talking about the face and the what side of the offense and what side of the defense of the Heat that you were talking about. And now they're on. We just watched them play each other. And Herro was on the opposite side. I didn't even see Bam in the arena. I saw Davion. But, like, even to see Herro just in the arena, and you're just, like, literally 20 minutes later, we go to the other arena, and we see Shams reporting, hey, by the way, there was also an altercation of Bam and Herro in Vegas while everyone was, at the arena. So it's a crazy sense of this is where we are. We're at Summer League and all the stuff that's been happening with free agency, but also – what we're talking about is actual physical altercations happening at runs and just regular practices and drills. So
yeah, I mean, this offseason in general for the NBA has been very, very entertaining.
It's very
active.
Most
entertaining and active in the last at least 5 years.
I mean, just wait. We haven't even. I mean, even on the podcast itself, we haven't even truly talked about LeBron, other than a couple notches here and there about where he might go and how quickly the odds are turning and going up and going down. And we saw Cleveland at the favorite. Now it's gone down. So not even tapping into that, but just in general, the free agency market that has happened. I mean, the Kawhi not being able to go to Toronto because of this, like. The amount of drama. I mean, you would think this is a soap opera for free agency because of how much stuff is going on in the league right now. So how for us, especially looking at it from my perspective of trying to sign new clients and new people, and you're as an agent side, I'm looking, damn, who's going to be at this point, or who's going to have availability for this? If LeBron signs here, where do we go with this team? If this team has got this team, are they going to release guys? Are they going to move people over? There's so much to happen with just one player, on free agency, and then it kind of like dominoes effects to the rest of the league.
Like a ripple effect. It's like it affects everything in the league.
Dude, it's crazy. I mean, even from the and even on the ripple effect of the other teams that have future-wise, like a Boston and things like that, those ripple effects that those trades and those free agency pickups have made the league in, let's just say, 3 years, the amount of difference that is going to be. Yeah. Like, who's going to be the next 3 champions? I don't see a back-to-back unless, of course, we say Giannis, LeBron.
You don't think the Knicks are going to win again?
I don't think so. Not at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Jalen Brunson fan. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Jalen Brunson fan. But for me, when I look at that roster, I mean, they had a good run. They were hot when they needed to be. And we've talked about this on the podcast before. Timing is everything for their runs. And they had the great timing of their run. They had the opportunity to come into the playoffs with health, availability to everyone, and then also when you talk about, players playing what they're supposed to do, what you pay them for, Brunson did exactly what you paid him for.
And Karl Anthony Towns had some amazing games.
He really
as well.
did. I mean, and how many guys? I mean, don't get me wrong. We know how roasted he's gotten over his comments, but the man can play ball.
Of course,
he is a ball player. He is an all-star for a reason. It is exactly what you pay them for. It's exactly what you pay him for to do exactly what he did and what they did in sense of those championship runs. So, Victor, you had some good runs.
Yeah.
But you got to carry. I mean, don't get me wrong. We can talk about De'Aaron Fox and all the other stuff that went along with it. But those runs, when you're the star player getting paid like the star player, you better play like it.
Yeah.
Because it's a hard-fought battle for a GM and an agent. If we go into contract negotiations, and guess what gets brought up?
How you perform.
You think?
Yeah.
You really. I kind of only wonder. Hey, by the way, we sucked in the playoffs. What happened to you? Did you show up? Like, where were you? We paid you $90 million for 3 years. Where were you? So again, we talk about, defense wins championships and things like that on the pod before, and New York put a stamp on it. Like, defense won, but like their offensive skill set was to the point where now when we look at these summer leagues teams and where they're going, who's really the star players? We watched AJ play last night.
Great performance.
I mean, what would you rate him? 1 to 10. Like after
his
watching
performance, or like his
overall. Just tell me what you saw last night. Tell me what you saw.
8, 9. Yeah,
you say I would say closer to 9.
Yeah.
I would say at that 8.5, 9, because he really did have that showing that you would expect out of a first rounder.
Yeah.
If we drafted you for a reason overall over
over Darren
Peterson. So for Peterson, when we look at it, what's the chip on his shoulder? Oh, I was number 2. Oh, that might be true. That you might have been number 2, but guess what? Number 1 put it on you. You're supposed to say that, hey, you're number 1, or you were supposed to be number 1. Guess what? Number 1 just put it on your ass. So again, where we're going with regards to the league as a future, I like what I saw last night. I think you did as well. I mean, it's really, again, summer league kind of. I don't like to say tells the tale, because we can always go back and we can go the last decade of summer league and find guys that had amazing performances, but you probably never heard of them.
Right.
You probably never saw them again after summer league, or they made a roster, cut, boom, gone 3 months later. Never heard of them. Then make a roster after that. So there are certain aspects of it where we talk about summer league and how great it is to give guys a chance, but at the same time,
right. It's like if one of those players that's a little more under the radar has a pretty good game and stuffs the stat sheets, what does that look like to an agent like you, or like to an agency?
How many other teams out in the world other than NBA can you get signed to?
Right.
Plenty. If you show out here, now to say all 30 teams say, hey, look, man, you're just not there yet. On the agent side, I've got to go in and be like, hey, look, I've talked to those teams. I've talked to those guys. I think we can put you in Europe, Japan, Australia, 2 years, 2 seasons, we'll get you back in the NBA. But a lot of guys get lost in the sauce and they get mixed up, and they don't understand that you can't just go play. It's not just go play, it's go progress. Be the best. Like there's a huge, we've talked about this before, you and I, there's levels to this.
Of course.
There is levels to the NFL, the NBA, every sport that we talk about, every sport that we scout, that we work with as an agency, every single time it is levels to it. It is the amount of time that, hey, you're coming out of college, right? Okay, great. You just got your chance in the NBA. You went through draft combine prep. You went through summer league. Now that summer league chance, you didn't get signed. Where do we got to go? Got to go overseas. That timing from summer league to overseas, that 1 year, has to be not just, okay, I was here. It has to go from here to skyrocket in that 12 months. Because when summer league comes back, you can't be here if you want another chance.
Yeah, so like, how does that vary with age? If a player's older, is it obviously it's going to be harder, right?
Well, we like we say, and that's the other thing. NFL and NBA, that's where we differ. Age-wise, you only have your time clock in the NFL, that comparable to the NBA, which is probably about that. It's not 10 times different, but it's a good chunk different because of the amount of bruising and pain that we put on our bodies in the in the NFL. But when we talk NBA, 2 years out of league, let's just say you don't have the progression that they're expecting, move on. Because what happens in 2 years? They've had 2 more draft classes of the next guy up.
Yeah.
So it's a very difficult thing, and we can talk about our client Denver Jones. He played last year with Cleveland. Mm-hmm. He played this year in Israel, and it's not that he didn't get better in Israel, but we didn't get that call back to play in Summer League again. Mm-hmm. And it's not Denver's fault. Denver had a good season in Israel. But we talk about what we just said, the amount of progression you have to have, it's got to be up here. Mm-hmm. It's got to be top notch. It's got to be next level. You got to upgrade every single game from overseas, whether it's Premier League, Haifa League, NBL, B1 in Japan. All these different international leagues, measurables are different. But what to an NBA team, they want to see that progression. Okay, we left you at a really good player. Now we need to see you at a great player. A great player. Like the times of, hey, you're what, 24? Come on, man. We only got so much time. Like, it's not like in the NFL where that time clock, it's like, all right, hey, 2 years out of league, he can't play. That 24, 25, guess what? That 19, 18-year-old coming out of high school that's ready to take those spots, 15-man roster. 15-man, that ain't easy. So, even from the agent side, you hate to say that you don't want to give those older guys a chance. Yeah. But new
survival of the fittest.
Literally speaking. So, again, to see where we go in the sense of the NBA, having that young age gap. We talk about huge, like LeBron, of course. That's another level. But
what about like a player like Braden Smith playing in the summer league now, as opposed to like Nate Ament on the Bucks? Obviously, like he was a high lottery pick. Ament was, but Smith was a very, very good player at Purdue for multiple years.
So when we talk about team perspective, right, and we talk about where we saw what they're looking for out of Ament and what they're looking out of Smith, 2 different positions and 2 different aspects of what they need on the offensive, defensive side. But when we talk about, let's just go with one Ament.
Yeah.
What void are you trying to fill with him? We're trying to fill the Giannis void.
Just lost a lot of athleticism.
Exactly. So that's our thing. We know where they're trying to go with that. Now for Smith, what are you bringing in with Smith? A leader, a guy who's played a lot of basketball, a guy who is willing to put his body on the line. He's really a glue guy.
Sounds like a good backup to Halliburton.
Yeah, exactly. So when we talk about where we're going with these types of players, it's all scheme. It's all, hey, this type of player needs to come to us because of this player we want because of that. And that's really where we say, hey, look, we really, really want this guy, but if he gets drafted before us, this is where we'll go with him. So, again, kind of it all depends on your roster perspective and what you're needing. But, those types of guys, those types of, skill sets, because, you can't compare them skill set-wise. You got to compare them on what your team needs and what you lost through those types. So it is a big factor of
more so need.
Yeah, that's 90% of it, honestly. Then the 10% is best available.
Yeah, okay.
You take your need of the 90, and then if that 90% is not there, if those needs can't be met at the 90, you take the 10% of the best available, and you just live with the consequences of your actions, of your draft pick. So GMs have been fired for less, so it's not really like you're safe in any pick that you take. So and we can talk about that a whole nother episode of decisions and what's gotten other people fired and things like that. But watching these summer league games have been interesting to say the least. The whole weekend is going to be great. I think at this point, watching some of the young guys get their chance and opportunity, especially the ones that didn't get drafted were maybe projected to be drafted. Maybe we're looking at, some opportunities overseas that took opportunities overseas. And then, hey, look, don't go over there just yet. Come play Summer League. Let's let us evaluate you. And maybe one of the 29 other teams pick you up. So it's one of those things where opportunity, you never say no. You just stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yep.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm interested to go watch the Brooklyn Knicks game because Knicks have all fresh blood, and then Brooklyn is trying to take these guys and put them into the starting rosters. So
two completely different rosters.
So different.
Different.
That's exactly what we love about Summer League. That's exactly what we love to see with regards to the ability to play and get those opportunities. That's why we're here to see it. So hopefully, with the Summer League, you get to see some maybe somebody does have that breakout game that earns them a roster spot. So hopefully that comes to fruition with some of these guys. I know if I'm an agent that had a client, unfortunately we don't have one this year, but if we had a client for this class, when you get signed to those Summer League contracts, it is a huge deal. When Denver got signed last year, I remember such relief over my shoulders. I remember talking to Cleveland. I'm just like, oh man, if it was like a wave of relief off of my shoulder. Even though I knew it was a long road, it was still one of those things where when we saw it last year, we were just like, oh, thank God. Oh man, it just takes so much relief off of you.
You just got to get through that step to get to the other one.
Yeah, you hope so. You hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just take it from there and
that's
just be
all
like,
you got to do, one step at a time.
That's it. So again, for what we've been watching and what we're able to see and look at, it's kind of nice to be able to be like, damn, we did this before. We were able to look at it and be like, oh, you know what? We actually know how this works. We actually know how, if this happens, we can go from here. So really, I mean, for me, I think at this point I wish we had our guest to obviously. Yeah. It was it would probably filled up that 15-minute window.
Conflict,
yeah. let's just call it that for sure. Anyways, but I think at this point for the Summer League, I think this is probably one of the busiest I've seen in a while, especially for day one.
Yeah.
I mean, both stadiums were filled. I mean, that Pacers-Milwaukee.
Yeah, that Pacers-Cleveland game was packed.
Or Cleveland. What did I say? Milwaukee? What did I say? Pacers-Milwaukee?
Yeah.
So Pacers-Cleveland, it's not like either of those teams have a high-rated player, I would say.
No, they didn't have high draft picks.
Yeah, so I'm saying, that's why walking into the arena, I was like, guys,
the energy in there was great, too.
Yeah, dude, I think that's another thing that is underrated with regards to Summer League in general. Bro, half the kids that are here, they don't, they've probably been watching. So, and that's another thing, generational-wise. We talk about being able to see these guys from high school highlights. For me, I remember the only person that we really had a mixtape for was John Wall.
Oh, yeah.
That was about all we had growing up. You saw John Wall, and you're like, damn, he's the next MJ.
The Ball brothers.
The Ball brothers, yeah. Those types of mixtapes and watching now. Dude, some of these kids you've seen since they were ninth grade freshmen, dunking and Zion's are probably the first example, I would say, of that. Where you saw him in high school so early, and then now I remember that league that year that he played Summer League here. That was the biggest deal.
Yeah.
I remember the posters, and I mean, you couldn't even get as soon as that game was started, you couldn't get a seat in that arena. I was in the nosebleeds if I remember correctly. That was crazy. So, it's crazy to see the progression of Summer League and generally speaking, trying to see how big it's gotten. It was cool. It was definitely one of those things where when we look back, it's like, okay, it's cool to be at, everyone's here and stuff like that, and that's all great. And I love
Vegas,
I love that. I love that aspect. I mean, it was in Orlando there for the longest time, but when it moved here, I mean, who knows? Within, let's just say, 2 years, what if there is an NBA team here?
Well, right. It's
is that home field advantage?
Team here,
So is that home field advantage for the Summer League that the NBA squad that gets to pick and choose, and then obviously they get to train here and be here? I don't know. It could be something interesting that obviously, who would have thought a decade ago Las Vegas would have a baseball team?
Baseball and football.
What are we going to see in 3 years, 2 years? Are we going to be at that point where Vegas has become Sports Hub Central. Like, are we gonna be coming out to Vegas for football, basketball, hockey, WNBA, F1? I mean, you're talking about Sports Central out here. So for us to be out here and have the connections that we do out here, I believe like at this point we're looking at I guess you could say a dynasty out here, sports world-wise for Las Vegas. Because at this point, we truly, other than not having that basketball team, if everyone else is successful, Vegas has already won. If the Aces have already won.
Yep.
Now, what happens when Oakland A's win one? What happens when, F1 becomes the next biggest race?
Right.
Things like that. Like, so when we say where's Vegas going to be in 5 years, it could be something dramatic.
Yeah.
So, anything else from you? I mean, what are your thoughts on what's your being first time one on the pod, and then two, how's Vegas been for you so far since we've only been here legitimately about 24 hours?
Yeah, I mean, this is my first time in Vegas. It's awesome. I love it. It's obviously a different heat than Florida. Florida is way more humid. It's more dry out here. I mean, one of our boys said it the best. It was like a preheated oven. Like we're in a preheated oven out here.
Open it up and it smacks you in the face.
But I really liked what I saw of Braden Burries today.
Yeah.
Really liked what I saw to him. I think him and Kasparis can be a nice 1-2.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the future is bright in Milwaukee for sure. But I mean, this season might not be the greatest, so that sucks.
So for those of you that are watching, if you don't know, Brooks here's from Milwaukee. Let's just reiterate that. So if we get any overhang on the Milwaukee Bucks reminiscing, it's because it's in his blood. He can't get rid of it. We're trying to convert him over to the Miami side, but that takes some time. So don't fault him too hard in the comments on it and everything. So just know that's why. But again, where Milwaukee sits next year, I mean, I think we talked about a little bit with regards to what they think roster-wise. There could still be some changes on that roster real quick, some dramatic changes.
I think there might be.
So we'll keep that on the low for right now. We're not gonna. I don't want to say push any buttons.
Yeah, right.
Like we're not gonna.
Can't get anything.
We'll let Shams. We'll let Shams handle that. We'll let Shams handle that. That's not in my job description. So. But with regards to where we're going on the Heat side, I'm very interested. Very interested.
I'm sure
Giannis,
you are.
Antetokounmpo side.
Be able to score in that paint. Giannis and Bam down there.
Very.
You got a wall, and then you got someone who's swatting your shot 11, 12 feet out of the air.
Dude, I mean, we're talking not only that. I mean, you're talking about so much athleticism on the court at that size. Like, Wiggins is not small. Like Wiggins is what, 6'5", 6?
He's taller than that. He's gotta be 6'6",
6'7". All right, so even it's a 6'7". Like
he's tall. He's a big guy.
So we put that in. Then you got 6'9" plus. You got 7 foot with Giannis and his wingspan. That's just your 2 through 4.
Yeah.
We're not even saying if we bring in a real 5 to make a big push towards the center, because you're gonna have to have somebody take the body blows, and I don't think you want Bam down there to do that. At least not for the 82 games.
Yeah, right.
Just have somebody to take the.
I feel like he's built for that.
You think
though.
so?
Yeah, I feel like he's built for a couple bruises. And
you think a Jay?
Yeah,
a
for
Jay
sure.
is putting it on him and
he's big.
She's giving it to him,
guy.
putting him on the. All right, maybe.
Bam's a big guy.
He is a big dude. Yeah. He is a big dude. Don't get me wrong. That's not. I hate when I say that. Like
he's not like the tallest.
He's not 7'2". He's not 7'2". Like okay. Like
very hard.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Like that's my thing. Like when I say Bam is not, I don't want to say big because I hate when I say that. That's not the truth of it. Bam is big. He's a big dude.
I saw him at Florida Atlantic working out one time at the basketball court.
Huge. Yeah. He is a big dude.
He was almost as big as Khalil, and Khalil is like obviously 7 foot.
Yeah, exactly. But and that's the other thing. We're talking when we say he's not big, he's not tall.
Yeah.
Like he's not 7'6". He's not 7'5". He's not that 7-footer. It's fine. You don't have to be.
No.
You really don't. Not in this league. Not anymore. Maybe like a decade ago when you had to put up your body against Shaq and some guys like that.
Dwight Howards
of the world, of course, maybe. Now, that's not necessarily the truth if you've got the ball to go with it, if you've got the game to go with it. And even still, we've seen Bam go up against the Jokic, the
Giannis.
Giannis's and stuff like that of the work. So we know he can play that 4. We know he can play that 5. And for us, as you know, I mean me, Heat-wise, we see the games where Bam comes in clutch because he is more athletic than the bigger big.
Yeah.
He's more athletic. Exactly. So again, where we sit and where the rest of the league sits, you know, again, do the Knicks repeat, do the Spurs make another run. Does OKC come back firing? You know, there's still a lot of questions in the league. This league for the next, I'd say at least the next 3 years, and especially depending on what LeBron ends up doing,
Right.
could say a huge market factor for some of the next grouping of free agents.
Right.
So even though we might have LeBron, let's just say he does sign with the Heat, how many other guys come to the Heat after that? How many guys are calling their agents to say, "Hey, LeBron, you went to Miami. I'm coming to Miami. Hey, I'll take the pay cut. I'll take the easy team friendly deal, the league minimum, whatever it may be, just because I want to play with those 3."
Yeah.
I mean, it's a crazy thought back.
I mean, realistically, like, doesn't matter who else you have out there. If you have Giannis, Bam, and LeBron on the court.
I don't know about it. It does matter a little bit.
Yeah, I mean a little.
A little, but I understand what you mean. It doesn't. It matters a little less. It matters. It matters a little less of where we're going. So that is definitely one thing with regards to where the NBA sits in the next, you know, let's just say 4 weeks. Let's just make. I don't even know how quickly LeBron makes his decision. You know, he could have made it on the reunion of July 8th when he had the decision.
When he left,
Could have made that decision. Could have made it a whole movie factor of, hey, July 8th is my decision day. Blah blah blah. You know, but now I feel like he's just teasing everyone. Like I feel like he's just kind of like keeping them on edge. Like, hey guys, guess what? Ah, never mind. We'll hold off.
If you're like the face of a league, you can't like you got to be like
a little secretive.
Taking your time, and you gotta.
I mean, Rich Paul went out and did a whole whiteboard of, hey, these are the teams, these are the whys. Like I hope to have that day as an agent where I can just draw up my client and say he can go to this team because of these guys, he can go to this team because of these guys, he can go this team right here. This is the team. Like.
I mean, I'm a Packers fan, so I went through this with Aaron Rodgers as well.
That's true,
Almost
too.
Like every offseason, it's like he doesn't show up to training camp. What does he want?
What
is
do you
going
want?
to come back and play for us? I mean, he obviously wanted better, like more help. But
of course,
I mean,
of course.
Yeah.
It's a interesting few weeks with what's going to happen. There's still so much going on. I mean,
I think a team we're not talking about enough is the 76ers, though.
I mean,
they're very interesting.
Of course. You've got Joel, you've got Jalen.
I think they match up very well with the Knicks now that they got Jaylen Brown.
I agree. And again, I just don't think LeBron wants to go to Philly. Philly as a city.
That would.
Philly as a city. He wants to go somewhere where he can live his life, the last few years of his career.
Or he could go back to where it started.
I don't see him wanting to go back to Cleveland. Quote me on it. I don't care. I don't see him wanting to spend 3 winters in Cleveland.
I don't know. I feel like I could see him going there over
You're
Miami.
killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Because I don't know. I feel like he'd have to do more scoring in Miami than in
But I think he's okay with
Cleveland.
scoring. I think he's not okay with having to play hard, pounding defense every single week.
Yeah, Cavaliers. That definitely wouldn't be the case.
There ain't no defense on that team, so
wouldn't be the case.
I don't know. That's just my. I mean,
I don't
again,
know.
we don't have a crystal ball. I'm not Rich Paul. I can't say whether or not I'm going to be able to see LeBron go to Cleveland for 2-3 more years and watch him have to carry the team again, because he is still going to have to carry the team. Like Davion, Mitchell's still there and Harden's still there. Well, what else we got?
I mean, they kind of backed themselves into the Harden.
Yeah,
trade,
Harden was so nice about everything. About, you know what? If you guys sign LeBron, I'll stay.
Yeah.
Like, no duh. Like, of course you'll stay if LeBron signs. Like, that's a God-given dumb question. Like, oh, LeBron might come? Yeah, I'll stay. Like, no, duh. So, I don't know. God. It's going to be an interesting few weeks here in free agency. Hopefully, we'll maybe we'll find out a little bit more throughout Summer League to see where some of these teams are. I mean, all the Miami Heat staff is here. I mean, Bronny's not playing this year, so no LeBron pop-ups like there was a couple years ago. But, yeah, I mean, again, looking to see where we go from here. It's going to be an interesting few weeks, so I'm excited to see it. Any last thoughts? No go Bucks.
I enjoyed my time on the podcast.
Yeah, first episode.
I hope I come back.
First episode, yeah. He might be fired after this weekend. We don't know yet. There's still a whole lot of Vegas to go. So wish Brooks good luck on the rest of the weekend, and we'll kind of figure it out as we get back. But I'm trying to think. I wish Jada was here. That would have been fun, too, to have her. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and close it out for this episode of the podcast. I wish I had one of those buttons where you could, like, applause, like, yay, like in the background.
Just do it in your mind.
Yeah. Everyone just play it in their mind. A little round of applause for Brooks in his first episode. So for another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, a.k.a. No Cap Podcast, your boy Brooks and your boy Evan are closing it out from Las Vegas and the NBA Summer League one last time. Thank you so much. Please subscribe below.